A very warm good morning to all of you. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Sheila's Tech India Roadshow hosted by Kerala Startup Mission, partnered with Sheila's Tech Global, an event curated to give you a detailed walkthrough the competition Sheila's Tech India, the National Grand Challenge 2021. KSUM is the nodal government organization for promoting the startups, supporting all stakeholders, actively bridging all the gaps for the startups to succeed by bringing every piece of a vibrant startup ecosystem together. Today, we have some eminent speakers and the regional winners of Sheila's Tech 2020 joining us to share their views. We bring to you the startups who cross the path to share their journey and the experience with She Loves Tech. The application to select the best tech startups from India is open now. We welcome you to be part of the third edition of She Loves Tech India 2021 by registering for the competition. She Loves Tech is the world's largest startup competition for women and technology. The competition gives us the world's most promising women-led and women impact startups mentorship, guidance to grow and scale their business, and also to opportunity to showcase them to a global audience of top investors and influencers from the tech community. Male and women co-founder and with startups impacting the women positively irrespective of the gender of the founder. All these interested startups can apply at apply.shelovestech.org and selected startups can pitch for the National Grand Challenge India on 8th September 2021. The winner of National Grand Challenge India will be pitching in the She Loves Tech Global 2021. The global winner can win up to US 50,000 investment and other cash prizes. To start the program, let me invite Ms. Leanne Robber, co-founder of She Loves Tech, to take them through the journey. Ms. Leanne is an entrepreneur, startup advisor, and community builder. She is the co-founder of She Loves Tech, founded in 2015, which is now the world's largest tech startup competition and accelerator services focused on women-led or women impact businesses and currently operates in over 40 countries. Let me now invite Ms. Leanne to initiate the session.
Thank you so much. I hope all of you can hear me clearly. It's so wonderful to be here with everyone today. I am so excited to see all of these people attending. So I'm going to share my slides so that you can see a little bit more about what we do. Just give me 1 minute here. Okay. Can you see the slides? Okay, great. So once again, welcome and thank you so much for being here and to really discover more about the She Loves Tech Startup Competition in India 2021. We, as mentioned earlier, we started She Loves Tech really in 2015 as a nonprofit. And in speaking to some of the esteemed speakers earlier, one of the things that has been on our mind so much is to be able to close the gap for women entrepreneurs. Statistically, and this is a global thing, that women entrepreneurs are so fewly represented in the entire entrepreneurship space, let alone in technology. In India, only, I think it was, 13% of women are make up the total amount of women entrepreneurs versus male entrepreneurs. globally, the amount of funding that women entrepreneurs get is even less, with a global statistics of around 2.2% of total venture capital money going to women entrepreneurs. And so She Loves Tech, we started this in 2015 to really close the funding gap. We run the world's largest startup competition for women in technology. And I'll share a little bit with you later, but this year we are operating in 50 countries globally across 6 continents. So being part of She Loves Tech, you are not just being part of just one startup competition, but you're going to have access to our network spanning 50 countries and more globally. And our aim, we committed to this last year during our conference, that we want to be able to catalyze $1 billion USD in funding for our startups by 2030. So this is a little bit of what we have done. As mentioned, this year we are in 50 countries. We've had more than 5,000 startups come through our door. And we've helped to raise over 250 million for our startups post She Loves Tech. We have a couple of verticals in She Loves Tech. So this that we're kicking off 2021 is really the She Loves Tech startup competition. And this is a global platform for women-led, women impact startups to be able to accelerate their businesses. Next, we have the conference. Our international annual conference is a really big one, and usually we end the year by this. We bring in thought leaders from all over the world to be able to speak at our conference and to highlight our startup competition finalists globally. So you're going to see the most groundbreaking technologies built by women on stage, pitching on this global stage. And we bring in top speakers. So for example, last year, we had esteemed speakers such as Arianna Huffington, the founder and CEO of Huffington Post, and now Thrive Global. We had people like Ann Carnes, the vice chairman of MasterCard globally. We had Kathy Matsui, vice chairman of Goldman Sachs, and many, many, many more. And this year, we are going to bring in amazing speakers once again. So do stay tuned to this and follow us on our journey. The other two that we're really committed to is the education piece. You know, we've, over the last couple of years, we really are aim to figure out what are the unique challenges that women entrepreneurs face in building businesses, and to be able to provide them with an education, with workshops, with mentorship to help them to overcome these challenges. And then lastly, it is our community of thousands of entrepreneurs globally, because we know that entrepreneurship can be a very lonely journey, especially as a female founder. So this is really our She Loves Tech startup journey. Now we are in the process of opening up and launching, and we are accepting applications right now. So this is the stage that we're in, stage A. And at the end of this, after the deadline hits, we look at, and we have a very rigorous process with the local teams and also the global teams to select the best entrepreneurs to put forward. They get mentorship, they get workshops. So we're really excited about this. And then they pitch on the local round stages. So you're going to be pitching together with between 8 to 10 of your fellow startups within India to vie for the winners for She Loves Tech India 2021. The top winner then pitches in our grand finals that is scheduled for November this year. And you'll be pitching against the 49 other countries that we are in. And then the last stage is really the resource matching. This is really where we provide you with access to investors, to support, to experts. And with our global reach, we've been able to connect our startups to just amazing experts and investors globally. These are some of the corporates that we have worked with in the past. So you can see that some of the world's largest names have partnered with us. And today, this is what we're here for, to really talk about the global competition. These are just some of the countries that we are in this year. And we're looking particularly at these following verticals. But even if you do not fit these verticals and you are a technology solution, we are looking for you. So this is our participating criteria. We look for early stage startups. And what we mean by this is somebody who has a prototype, but who has raised less than 5 million USD in funding. And of course, because she loves tech, the gender lens is important for us. So startups will need to be able to fulfill one of these four, whether you have a female founder, whether you have majority female users, whether you have majority female consumers, or technology that's impacting women positively. So for example, medtech solutions that really help women's health. And mentioned earlier, our conference really is we end our year on a big bang with our conference. So we bring speakers from all over the world. And here are some of our past speakers that we have worked with. So we're so excited. This is the third year that we're partnering together with Karela Startup Mission. They are such a dear partner to us. And thank you so much for being and doing this and bringing She Loves Tech to India together with us. We couldn't do it without you. So if you want to reach me directly, the easiest is to do it via my Instagram. My handle is Leanne Robers, or via my LinkedIn. If you want to stay in touch with She Loves Tech, do so via these channels. Our Instagram is She Loves Tech, our Facebook, shelovestech.org, and our LinkedIn. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited to see all of your solutions.
Thank you, Ms. Leanne Roberts. So next, we are moving to the session of the day on the topic, Women in Entrepreneurship and Technology by Ms. Payali Ghosh, co-founder, Chief of People and Operations at Jiffy.ai. Ms. Payali Ghosh is a serial entrepreneur who has spent 20 years in automation industry with 13 years in startup world. Prior to Jiffy.ai, Ms. Payali co-founded a global supply chain consulting startup that was acquired by Publicis. So let me welcome you, ma'am, for the session.
Thanks, Divya. And am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
And Leanne, it was a wonderful, eye-opening. I have taken a lot of screenshots because so many people, when I went and liked Kerala Startups post yesterday, because as a speaker and I commented, so many questions came which I could answer now, Leanne, like now who can participate? How do we apply? I don't use technology fully. Can I still apply? Like, I'm not a tech, but I'm using technology. So maybe, I will be able to answer them better and without wasting time. I'll just try to quickly. I will also share a PPT, and mostly I will try to bring in my experiences here. Give me a second. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay. So thanks, KSUM, and it is was another thing I was pronouncing KSUM as Kusum. Kusum in Hindi, Lian, means bud, or so it's very relative, right? You are helping budding, so many aspirational entrepreneurs here. So all of us are here certainly because we have aspired to do something, we have believed, and now we are in a process of creating, right? Isn't that entrepreneurship? So I will quickly touch upon my journey before I share a few key points, which Liane also pointed out, right? In terms of journey as an entrepreneur, in terms of women being in tech, in terms of it being lonely and what kind of support we need, right? So very quickly, okay, so I graduated in 2000 and joined the IT industry as a technology developer, and I focused on my core skills initially, but then very soon I realized that there's lots to learn and nurture ourselves as leaders, as customer facing leaders, as people leader. And I focused on that because something inherent in women is there about it, where people, we are connected with people, we do so many things off our work life, and we should consciously nurture it to bring into our work life, right? We know people, we touch them. So if we can do that with our customers, with our team members, it's a wonderful thing, right? So I feel we should believe in that and nurture it. And apart from the leadership thing, I was also grooming myself in the supply chain space. So in 2006, as we are mentioned, I started my first company, which was a service-based company based out of US, but I was one of the co-founders from India, and we gave solutions and consulting in the service supply chain space for likes of, let's say, any retailer, right? Be it Target, Walmart, Nike, Adidas, or DHL, which were logistics company. So mainly my focus became, we started very small, okay, and then we grew it. I managed the customers and operations from India. It became a 200 plus people company, and then we were acquired. And by then I knew each had started of doing something in the product space because technology was my core. So we started, and let me be very frank here, I was discouraged by everyone I had met to not start anything to do with products from India, right? Services is okay, but not product. In those days, I think very few product companies was there and in tech, but my heart was there. So we started, I didn't start alone. I had my co-founding, friends and team members. We started and we wanted to bring in AI was in very nascent stage that one, but we wanted to play in the automated space, and now we are full-fledged into the AI space, right? So we were bootstrapped for a long time, right? From 2012 to 18, we launched our product alongside, customer vetting it, customers like again, top retailers from global retailers vetted it, adopted it, and we were generating revenue. But the growth had become stagnant. Like if we had to scale, we had to do something more. And this is one of my learnings as an entrepreneur, which I will stress in the coming slides. So we wanted to grow fully global and partnered, rather merged with a Silicon Valley company called Panini, and but we retained our product name, which was Jiffy. We raised capital, we got funded last year, Series A. We are into our second, we around the corner, we will have some news on the next one. So this is my journey overall. And I'm still in the process. I cannot say I know it all, but I will try to share a few of my learnings here. I know we can't take questions, but more than happy if you can post anything you want, right? So as everybody was saying, that there's very few representation in entrepreneurship by women and in tech space more. But few things I wanted to bring it up or highlight, which we have, right, as women, and how we can nurture it. So one, as I talked about, leadership skills, right? So we should focus on developing that. It could be in any manners, right? But trying to lead, taking decision, converting an idea into something you believe in is very important, and leading a team is very important, right? So a KPMG study says that we should develop it very early, women. And let us be again very honest, as women, we will have a lot of career breaks, either to nurture our elderlies, or have getting into a family, having kids. So 20s or early is our best time to give it full, right? I'm not saying after 20s we can't. I am loving being in 40s right now, but this is an early thing. If any one of you are in that age group, please utilize it, and focus on nurturing yourself. Finally, we are sometimes shy as women, and I'm talking, Leanne, from an Indian women perspective. Many a times we are shy, right? We have been brought up in that culture. So look out for mentors, sponsor a forum like this is wonderful. And I wished I had it 10 years ago or 15 years ago, right? When people were discouraging me, and there was nobody telling me, yo, I'm there for you, right? I will give you the right advice. I will introduce you to the right sponsors, right? So keep asking, look out for experts, have a support system around you, right? And finally, we we connect with a woman, right? Or a woman can understand us better, right? I have not met Leanne, I have not met the KSUM ladies here, but I already feel a connect, right? From what they are saying, what they're trying to do, right? So have somebody, a woman leader, an expert around you who can keep helping you with feedbacks, with nurturing, with advices. I feel it's very important. Finally, as women, we ignore or try to stay away from a prenatal responsibility, even in tech, as founders, as entrepreneurs. It's a very important thing, and we should not shy away from this. I have gone to many entrepreneur, early stage groups, and most of the women say either they have no clue on tech, or if they are tech entrepreneurs, they have no clue on the P&L stuff, right? We are business women, end of the day. We should know where our money is coming and going. So we have to have knowledge, and should not be shy about asking questions, taking control, or participating in that, right? So few things I'm sure all of you would have faced, and that's why you have taken up this journey. You would have seen there is a lot of bureaucratic space in the places you were working, or you have an idea bank, you're not able to give a, you're not able to channelize it, or you have spotted an opportunity and how to make it, make a solution or an interesting offering out of it. So all these things could have led you into an early stage entrepreneurial journey, right? So I'm sure you would have all have a solid business plan. If you don't, please go ahead, and even if you have, it's always good to go and revisit it time and again, and it's very important. It's the foundation stone, right? Like what we want to do, where we want to be, when, what do we need for that, etc., etc., right? So it's very important, and I'm sure you are doing. And if you're not doing, it's okay. Go ahead and do it, right? First thing. So these are the few stuff. So as I said, there would be an idea that you have realized can be big. You have spotted an opportunity. You have identified your market, buyers, personas, etc., etc., and have a plan now and into a journey, right? I'm assuming that's the audience we are talking to here. So what comes next? So if you're bootstrapped, and I'm not saying you have to be, but if you are, then please look out for accelerator programs like this, or incubators to give you the right support. the right stage, the right advice. And I will be repeating myself again and again. It's very, very important, right? But at a certain time, and also choose your right partner. As Leanne was saying, it's a very lonely journey. So I feel it's always good to have partner. If not active, have advisory partners, right? It will be good if you can have 2 or 3 partners. It's always good to complement skills and do it together. But if you don't, at least have a set of advisors who can be your mentors and also behave like partners, right? So it's very important, I would say. That's from my experience. And finally, breaks are unavoidable. It could be short and long. We have to go around it and make things happen, right? So after doing your journey in the early stage, you have to have a very clear ambition, thought to scale it to a next level. So there you will need money. And many a times we as entrepreneurs feel, oh my goodness, we will dilute ourselves, if we take money. We will have somebody coming in and I will not have total control of doing it. It's okay. I've learned it in a hard way, I'm telling you, and it's required. There will be some adjustments, some friction, some this. If a new, if you are taking funding, investors will come and ask questions, but it is required to make you successful, right? Believe in that process, get the right investors who believe in you. You have to have a vision of scaling it up, right? If not, immediately for funding, at least go for really meaningful accelerator programs, right? So these are the 2 things I wanted to stress on, especially at this stage I believe all of you are in, right? So few of the execution points would be: stay connected with your network, your alumni, right? Participate in as many challenges like this, right? To get exposed. You will, if not anything, you will have your networking improved. Look for incubation opportunities. I have mentioned it again and I will try to press on it. Ideally, if it is tech and we are in people, women who love tech here, try to do something which you can put on cloud platform. The access is tremendous, right? And a cloud affordability is really affordable, and so many options, right? And I'm sure most of the incubator partners brings a cloud partner in a tech space. I already saw in Leanne's slide an AWS, for example, right? So try to do that. Understand the importance of IP. You would do something, don't risk it to be stolen, or invest some money on your patenting, on your IP securing. These are the few things in our everyday circus or running around we forget, right? So I thought I will call it out. And again, take a decision which is the right phase for you to move from bootstrap to funding, right? So finally, these first 6 things are around your business and growing it. The last one is how to keep sane, right? We have to, as entrepreneurs, as working women, of course, as entrepreneurs, more have a work-life balance, and I will want to touch upon it, how to get there or how I have managed, right? So many people say it's a myth, right? And there is no work-life balance. I wanted to show a quick video. I don't want to show the whole thing. Let's see if I can forward it and show. So I like this piece where, oh, sorry.
Sorry, we can't hear the audio.
Oh, you can't? I'm sorry. So what she's saying primarily is she believes in work-life integration. There is nothing called work-life balance. So wherever she's okay to bring work and life together and integrate and try to be productive from anywhere. Same thing here. I like the another piece, and I'll not play because the audio is not available. So here he is saying that he's ready to work from anywhere. So if he's taking his kid to a soccer match, he doesn't feel guilty, or he takes work there. He's trying to. So two concepts of work-life balance I wanted to touch upon here. I'm skipping the video because audio was not clear. So sorry. Yeah. So one was work-life integration. Yeah. Where we can't, as entrepreneurs, have a clear demarcation that this is work and I wrap it up and I come home. We have to many a times take call from here, right? We have to many a times get up early and do both, taking kids to school as well as taking a call, right? So there has to be a work-life integration, and try to balance it without feeling that, oh my goodness, I'm not doing it well. And second thing was, you can be productive from anywhere. I have worked, and I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but it can happen. When my parents or my mom was in ICU or in hospital, I have, our Series A launch funding last year was from the hospital, right? So we have to do that and be prepared to do it without taking stress around it, right? So work-life integration, and try to be productive from anywhere you are, right? You can be going on a holiday, maybe spend 2 hours when everybody's sleeping, or 4 hours, and you do it, right? Because it's a journey. It's not going to end in one day, right? So especially for women, I wanted to touch upon 2 points of family balance. So we will have kids we have to take care. We will have elderlies we have to take care. So the key I felt helped me was to plan, to prioritize. That's the previous night if you do, or that day morning is the first thing to do. Let us get there without feeling guilty. Like sometimes we have to. We might be a little late, or we have to make a breakfast which is ready to cook and not a full-fledged dinner or whatever. Let's not feel guilty. Try to plan, prioritize, and stick to it, right? And sometimes it will not meet, but it's okay. It's okay. And second was, try to keep things simple. As women, we want to overdo sometimes. We want to make a big thing, during a birthday celebration when there is a launch happening. So try to keep it simple. Try to plan, prioritize. We will get family balance there. Second was partner balance, very important. If you're married, having a partner or wanting to have a partner. So first is on the finances, right? I feel if, for my case, we had taken turns. When I had started my journey, my husband was ensuring that he's taking care of finances more till I get there and balance. And then he also jumped, and we both shared so if family finances are taken care, there's a lot less stress. How you do it, it's your way of doing it, but it's lot more less stress. We have to respect each other's individual strength and passion to make sure that not too many sacrifices are happening when this journey is on. And we have to be cognizant of the phase of relationship. When we are expecting a baby, or when somebody is sick, or your kid is going to college, there is a phase of life, right? So we balance around it as an entrepreneur. So this is like a problem we have to solve it, right? And there are ways and means to solve it. If you have a family balance and a partner balance, rest is a fire at work any day, right? We will get there and we will solve it. So these are my few things I wanted to share. And have women around you, have a lifetime mentor, have a women leader mentor. It always helps. Always a continuous learning from women is required. They know where we need to up ourselves, or give that support. And as in the Leanne's thing, she touched upon giving it back to the community. As women, I don't know when we do it. I believe we can do it on an everyday basis, but being compassionate towards another woman, and this forum gives me so much opportunity to do that. And as women, what I did personally was we launched something called a Women 2.0, Work 2.0 rather. and brought in a lot of women who had taken a break back to mainstream. And most of them are brilliant women leaders in my company, right? So we have to be compassionate towards women, women in tech. So many women who have taken break and they were brilliant in tech. So we can get them, channelize those kind of super duper energy into something meaningful for them as well, right? So we have to be compassionate. And that's all I had. So as an entrepreneur, we have to stay happy, very important, and stay focused, and we will get there. So I'm open to questions if that's allowed. Yeah, that's all I had.
Thank you, Ms. Piley, for this wonderful session. You have addressed one of the major social barrier, which is the work-life balance, and you advised how to prioritize with managing the work and life. So thank you for this amazing session. So before moving to the next session, if any of the participants have any questions related to the She Loves Tech India 2021, please post it in the Q&A tab. We'll discuss it after the panel discussion. Okay, next, we are moving on to the panel discussion. As panelists, we have Ms. Shilpa Malik, founder and CTO, Bioscan Research. She is a former scientist from DRDO. She worked on pilot display systems and interface with radar team. She has more than 11 years of experience in technology development with more than 5 years of experience in photonic instrumentation. She was the winner of She Loves Tech India 2020. I'm sorry to say that, unfortunately, Ms. Hira Irshad, CEO of APRUS Tech, is not able to join this session due to some personal emergencies. This panel discussion will be moderated by Ms. Payali Ghosh, and let me invite Ms. Shilpa Malik to the session and Ms. Payali to take over.
Thanks, Teja. Hi, Shilpa.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. So congratulations for being a winner last year. And how was your feeling that we can discuss that? First thing comes to my mind, is so as a winner, what was your feeling then first? And second, if you had won a kitty from She Loves Tech, what did you do with that? What was the best use? Because all the participants here will get some idea out of it, right?
Sure. So first of all, thank you everyone for this opportunity, and it was really wonderful for me to be part of She Loves Tech 2020, which was really focused on female as a founder. There are many competitions that I have been part of by that time, and we were winners, but this was very special. I saw so many because the kind of problems as a female entrepreneurs, as Piley you had also mentioned in your slides, they are very unique. And when you find female entrepreneurs doing stuff, very different stuff and very challenging stuff, it kind of inspires you more, because you see the role models, for your challenges in all of them. So for me, it was really great, first of all, to be part of that challenge, and then to win it was really amazing. I mean, as whenever you come out win, I think it's such a feeling. But She Loves Tech was very special, as I said, because it was about she loving tech. So for me, there are many female founders sometimes I meet who are from tech, but they are less in number, and this group was so focused on tech, and to win here was very special.
Certainly, and I can connect to that absolutely. So, did you win a kitty as a winner last year?
Yeah, and not just the kitty, so I would like to highlight here that it was, so when I say kitty, it was one of the sessions, turned out to be really nice for us. It was a one-on-one session. I would say, whether it was advising or mentoring, I can't pinpoint, but it was so wonderful to discuss the business model in detail. And we were at a stage, where we could go deeper into it. The way we got the feedback, and it was so detailed, so specific. I think it was one of the I would say my key takeaway from the this I mean from the competition and the kitty that we had. So we could do like a tech infringement analysis. So we actually put it to like a very specific use, that because we were about to launch the product, so we wanted to be sure, and so we could do it with a very reputed attorney.
So that's super good. Two important points you have touched upon, and one was having an incubator or a set of experts around you. So if you can touch upon or emphasize on that for the participants here, like in your journey, how did that help, not just from a winning perspective, but from having the whole support of such a system. And second, the importance of IP, right? So if you can touch upon, especially for people who are wanting to be in tech, right? So it's
Yeah.
very important in India because you don't get this patent so easily in software in India, right? It has to have a hardware and stuff like that. So if you can touch
Correct.
a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So, one before I move to these specific points, one thing that happened to me after I participated in She Loves Tech was that I started connecting to female founders more. So it kind of like nudged me to do that. So when I came here, I went into this competition like any other competition. But when I came out of it, it first of all changed my mindset about what female founders can do. Honestly, there is less media, there is probably sometimes, but when we have selective, we I don't tend to read something that's focused on female. I used to tend to read something that's focused on tech. But now when I saw so many female entrepreneurs, I actually came back to my own circle and I made a group of female advisors.
Very
And they were I was just not connecting to them earlier. There was no particular reason, but now I was motivated to connect to them.
consciously you're doing it.
Yes, I was gone. So, one of the things, so one of the, advisors that we got on board was actually for IP. So
Mhm.
she was in my circle and she was very much there. I used to meet her in some events. But after this, I went back to her and I said, let's do this and I want your subject matter expert in this. So although we have an attorney in place, but still there are advisors who are required other from your regular service providers. So now there are more female in our advisory board. So I mean that's something
That's fantastic. I think Leanne has also commented on that. That's exactly, Leanne, you can pitch in. You don't have to be in mute. And this is wonderful, right? So Leanne, yeah, if you can ask,
Shilpa, I love hearing you talk about these
it's
examples
goosebumps.
because this is exactly what we set out She Loves Tech to do, right? One of the things, just sharing my own example, I have founded 3 companies before She Loves Tech. So She Loves Tech is my 4th company that I co-founded. And, I used to be a women tech entrepreneur and it was such a lonely journey. And I would have investors all the time telling us that, oh, women don't build good tech businesses. Women, and this is the thing, we don't know. And I was like, no, this is not true. This is not true. And so She Loves Tech really set out. You can tell I'm super passionate about this. She Loves Tech really set out because we were seeing the most amazing women building just amazing technologies, and we wanted to showcase them, we wanted to highlight them, but also we wanted to help them, right? And so thank you so much for sharing your experiences. This is really what we set out to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah.
And that's wonderful. And then you're bringing together, you're connecting, you're networking with people, with their advisors, with sponsors. That's wonderful, right? And we just take it to the next level. And I think Leanne, you have to maybe lead the way here to bring the other side, right? Where there is sponsors, the leaders, the international audiences for women here. Because end of the day, it's a global business, right? If you're in tech, you don't have to be regional at all, right? So
Yeah.
it's really good. And Shilpa, big thumbs up to you for doing it. And I think what happens, and all three of us and everybody here can connect, there is an element of compassion which comes into play, right?
Right.
As I was saying, there's a goosebump I'm getting that you have done it. So, as women in tech, Shilpa, so what are the major challenges? Like as an entrepreneur, we can touch upon, but specifically as tech women, what are the major challenges you would have faced? What is the worst thing would have happened, and how do you overcome? Okay.
Yeah. So, one of the things, see, ours is a hardware product where we have to, we were meeting, people from very remote areas. So there is a mindset change towards female entrepreneurs when they are going to deploy the solution there. So, honestly, I did not, tried to convince the whole world. I hired people who can talk to them even if they are males, if even if like whatever kind they are most comfortable with. So when I went in early, I was from the mindset that no, I have to, I have to establish this is my company, I've built this. But after a while, I think my product took more prominence, or I would say that was more important than myself. And I thought, no, this is not the way, so let's bring in people whom they connect with. So yes, one of the challenges was connecting to this diverse set of group who have prejudice, who are prejudiced about female founders, one step at a time. Probably today, when they meet me or they wait for me to have a meeting with them, because my other team members have already set the stage, have already spoken to them, and the way they spoke about me probably set some stage, so they look forward to talk to me. So I think there is some change there, and let's do one step at a time. But this is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that I have faced.
That's very interesting. So, two things you brought up, what I could think of. One is collaboration, right? Whatever works, it need not be women, means we have to have only women doing it. We have nothing against male. We are just encouraging women because the participation is low, because there are a lot of other unique challenges with women, right? And we as a women have to be. But collaborate, that doesn't mean you don't collaborate, right? So that's whatever works, whoever is the best person, whichever face is the best first, it's okay. So that's very important, I think, a point to highlight. And second, was like, we as women face very special challenges, right? Being prejudiced, being you know sometimes in negotiation, sometimes with vendors, sometimes with see, in tech with customers, in a software industry, I have not faced, because it's a lot of participation of women happens, but in your area, I think a lot of prejudices. So we have to accept that and move ahead. That's what you're saying,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
I
So
would
that,
like to add just one thing here. My mentor, in very early, my entrepreneurial journey, he told me one thing. He said, "You sound very confident, and you sound very, daring. So not many people are going to like it in the beginning. So it's okay if you face it. But with time, this is your strength. Never lose it." Sometimes the cultures are diverse, people are diverse, you may not connect with everyone all of a sudden, but then there will be, if there are commonalities, you will find a way there, the compassion will show, or they will feel the compassion sometimes. So I was,
Yeah. Leon, you were adding something. Please go
oh,
ahead.
there's so many good points here. I have a bit of goosebumps. But one thing that two things that are really coming up for me is the compassion, right? And Shilpa was part of our last year when unfortunately we had to do this virtual because of what's happening with the global pandemic. But in previous years, we've always had a physical event. So what we would do it would be fly everybody to one place, and we'll do the global startup competition and also the conference. And one of the things that I've noticed at the end of every single year is this, that people keep telling us that we are unlike any other startup competition that they've seen, because it's not really like a competition. Women are supporting other women. So when they're physically together, they build this camaraderie and friendship and bond that's so deep, and they keep in touch. Up to now, my 2019 winners are encouraging each other, sending each other articles. And it's just so wonderful. So many of them cried when they left in 2019 because they're so sad to leave this wonderful group. And even we had a pitch trainings as Shilpa, went through last year, and they would get each other because we would be in the same hotel. They said, oh, they're different from different countries, by the way, and say, can you come and practice with me? Can you come and practice with me? And everybody is just doing this together. When one person goes on stage, the amount of cheers that each person gives. And
Wow.
so it is really about supporting each other. And then the other good thing that, Shilpa brought about is the confidence. And this is something that we see, talking about unique challenges. We see a lot of women lacking in that confidence. And, one of the things that we really, really do as She Loves Tech and really aim for is to help women build up that confidence, right? And it is, confidence is good, women. Confidence is good. I know that you may not feel that way, but you have so much value in you. And I want to be able to encourage all of you to embrace that value. And, it's so, so important to be able to feel like you are good enough, to feel like you are great at building your business.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. One thing I will tell you to your points. So, Leon, first thing I feel I have missed so many wonderful moments with She Loved Text, right? If this was the environment, this was the energy of bringing together so many. So it's wonderful. But coming back to Shilpa, there so many times we go to a meeting where you might be the only woman, right? And the rest all are, and they will be talking. And I realized in my journey that whatever I try to say and be straightforward and put it, people want to go around, but we have to adapt to that style, right? So we don't have to feel bad to be waiting to be heard. Finally, I let them talk and make this. Yeah, it has to be because I think we are wired differently. Sometimes there's frequency differences, so it can happen. So, or it could be like you're wanting to go and straight for and be like, oh, who is she and why is she coming and talking when we are so. It's okay. It's we cannot change ourselves because of the world. At the same time, as entrepreneur, sometimes I think we have to put aside our way of doing for momentary to get the things done, right? That's what you have done, right? You didn't go to the forefront. Oh, I am the entrepreneur, I have to do. Rather, okay, I have to get it done. Whoever does it, how does it matter? If my decision, if somebody else is conveying, it's good, right? So that's a great point there. And I think we are almost times of final words for our upcoming participants, and what to look for, how to present, how to impress the judges, how to go for it from you would be great.
Yeah, so one of the great things of this competition, I would like to mention to all participants, is that you get opportunity to hone your, to refine your pitches, even at regional level and then at global level. So just put your idea out there in a nice format, and after that, once you enter the competition, the rest of the work will be done in collaboration. So it's a great competition in that sense. I experienced this in the regional round, as I said, and also when there was a global round. So and secondly, be honest to what you have really thought, even if it's very big. Don't shy away from it. Say things the way you feel. I mean, culturally, we are like, we shy away from, saying big things sometimes, targeting a big problem or solving this. No, this is not the time. The world is great today for women entrepreneurs. You see this challenge is an opportunity and opening for you into that world. So make full use of it, and just get into it with your whole heart, I would say.
Wonderful. So final words from Shilpa was speak up, speak your heart out. Don't be shy, don't be scared. Make use of this forum, come together, and don't be afraid, right? And so I encourage most of the people here to go ahead with the challenge, and I'll leave Leanne for the final words for the competitors here. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, what a great, Shilpa, you also make such a wonderful spokesperson and ambassador for She Loves Tech. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Pailit, for like sharing your own experiences. There's so much words of wisdom here. So I really encourage everyone to first go do it. Please go apply. That is the first step. And as Shilpa had mentioned, don't shy away from putting down what your achievements have been, because you're not being dishonest, you're not being, but if you don't do that, you're actually being dishonest to yourself, you're being unfair to yourself. So please embrace it. We all see value in you. So put it down, put it on paper, send it through to us, and we will definitely review every single one of our applications. So I'm really so excited to see the new kind of technology and businesses that are coming out of India. It's always one of our favorite regions. Okay, I'm going to pass the time back to the hosts.
Thank you, Lian. Thank you, Shilpa. And thank you, Paili, for this wonderful discussion. So I hope all the questions have answered. And the recorded session for this will be shared in the website and will be shared to all the participants. So once again, I would like to thank you all the participants for attending the roadshow today to understand the competition better. And hoping to see you all in the National Grand Challenge of She Loves Tech 2021. And please note that the last date for submitting application is 31st this month. And the India winner will get access to our mentoring sessions, Investor Cafe, and the grant seed supports from Kerala Startup Mission. So if you have any queries related to the competition, please reach us at sumi@startupmission.in. So we look forward to meeting you. Have a good day.